I don't know who we're doing. I'm
We're
just
debating
thinking, I'm
him.
thinking him. And
Who else? Because you said somebody else earlier.
who did I say?
A purple bug.
That's true. Why am I so slow, bro?
What?
All right, that's fair. Okay.
We're putting it like that. We're agreeing.
No.
on it.
Oh,
okay.
I think yes. I mean, I think we agreed already. To be fair,
Yeah.
like the reason initially we placed Cell a lot higher before this, Broly came out, and I do think overall the Cell is just better than the Gohan. This is individually, it's just facts, right? So that's why it's a bit difficult to place them. Just because Broly is like a replacement for Cell, I don't think Broly fits like all that well on PO. He works on PO. Cell still feels better on PO because of equipment, because of the synergy. He just feels better on PO than Broly does.
Except the lack of a perfect team. With Gohan hurts,
Revivon,
man.
I think we could now put him above just for his team value. Overall, I think Movies is just arguably the best team in the game. I think. Yes, sir, King Cell. He's got PV'd 5 times. Okay.
I think he makes 11.
Yeah, I think
if not
yeah.
arguable a little bit lower with someone else.
But yeah, so Cell,
can't lie.
what's up? Yes, that's how it happens.
Nah, bro, I got it.
No way.
I'm dead ass.
There's no
I'm gonna
shot.
blow up, bro. I'm sorry.
We're keeping this in the tier list.
All right, bro.
We're keeping this in the vid. All right. All right. I laced them. These are faxed. Okay, to break down Cell, my thoughts, and I could say Do probably feels the exact same way. With Cell, it's more of just the individual aspect. We did have him placed a lot higher a bit recently. It's just things shift, teams shift. There's a lot of big shifts with new units, especially with top units. And yeah, I think individually he's fine. He's about to be a year old at this point, I feel like, right? And a little bit here, he's going to be a year old. So the fact that he's still this high being a year old, obviously he got a platinum equip. One of the best plats, lengthy plats in the game. And it increased his value quite a bit. This guy has just been dominating. He's featured on some of the best teams, paired alongside the best units, androids. Put him on PO, you put him on Future. Whatever the case is, it's mainly Future, right? You want to have him mainly alongside the androids, and I guess the Dragon Ball manipulation, the disruption, the overall damage, the gauge. He does have quite a bit utility as well, but I think all in all, he does a bit of things. The anti-revival mechanic, having this guy a little bit high up, he does counter hybrids. Hybrids are not the most popular team units. They don't have like a really top tier setup right now, but they do have a couple that are making it up here, like Revivon Boy. Revivon's not my personal favorite, but he does cover the spot, the purple color. You could run purple red on Movies. You run just him as the main option if you don't have Broly. Revivon at high stars is going to be a fantastic option. I'm not going to be biased. Me personally, I don't care for Revivon that much anymore. I used to use him on hybrids. He's top of the game right now. He's, his resourcefulness comes out from, the revival, the support, the heal. His transform state is probably where you want to utilize him, obviously, right? He's just dealing a ton of damage. The AoE green card, the drop. If you pair him alongside Tapion, you're getting that Tapion support. Best team in the game right now. You got Ultra Gogeta, you got the Ultra Broly, you have Cooler. All these ridiculous units that you're going to pair alongside Gohan, and he's on the team, so he has the Z ability. So, yeah, I mean, Go's finna solo yeah, my bad. RIP to my bathroom. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of don't want to continue any further, though. We'll wait until he gets here, but this is our reasonings, kind of. Cell was arguably better, is arguably better. It's not even arguably. He just feels like flat out better than this Revival Gohan. He just kind of feels, this guy's going to be carried by his team for sure. I think his team puts him above Cell at the very moment. Yeah, it's insane how good Revivon is, despite how old he is. It's the same thing for Cell. They're both a year old at this point. Revivon actually passing the year mark. But yeah, did you blow up my bathroom?
I feel bad.
I'm scared,
I
bro.
feel bad. All right, we continue.
Oh my
That's
god!
how bad I feel.
That could have been bad.
Woo! So we're kind of bad.
Everything's good. Yes. No. That is going in the lead.
You were still talking to this whole
No. Yeah. I broke down
you
this.
bullshitted it out.
I broke down the Cell and Revive Han
Woo.
thing. Yep.
Wow.
So yeah, we agree on this, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right, sweet. I think this is good content for the vid. It just extends it, more ad revenue. Yes. Sweet. Just make sure this doesn't drop. Bust ass.
Yep.
You can actually unplug it if you really want to when you replug it. Right there. It doesn't like this shit's gotta explode. I feel like. There you go.
It was good. It was good.
Dude literally forced everything out and became a new person. This is peak tier list making right here.
Hurt, bro. It's so quick.
That is insane.
Whew.
Okay.
Right, number 9.
Number
Who wrote
9.
that? I don't even know who that is.
If you think about it.
Hold on.
This guy. Thinking.
I see something. Don't fully disagree.
I feel like it would be. It's just. It's just. We need a green up here, right? We need. I feel like a green is warranted.
Can I say, just to say,
and he's the only green that would respectfully be up here.
Can I
Wouldn't
say
he?
first form?
There's no other. No,
Can I
not
say
anymore.
first
I
form?
feel like first form's out. Like he's just lost value with the Broly now. Yeah, I think he's out. I think he'd be an honorable mention at this point.
I agree.
Didn't
with
we-
Trunks being able to.
All right, sweet. We agree.
I think he could be able. to be
Yay!
there. Yeah. He goes
I-
neutral enough. It works out against
Yep.
these purples.
And yeah, it's just based off his individual kit, right? His individual kit. He does get his type neutrality on main. He has 2 ultimates. He gets Vanish Restore on his ultimates. His damage
Godly equips.
is godly equips. Best equips in the game.
Sadly, a Super Saiyan. But
The combo potential is really nice. You are just constantly you get cards after your first set of cards, right? You just keep getting strikes or whatever you use. I think it works for Blast too.
I think it works.
I think it works.
think.
I'm not sure, but the Blast armor on strikes, I think that's. I don't think that's overlooked, but I should say it because it's extremely valuable. Units that just have Blast armor have better field control. Team-wise, he's fine on Future. He's fine on Leader Slot exists, and that's pretty much it. Future, Leader Slot. He's on Hybrids, but Hybrids not fantastic. You know, we got Revive on up here though.
Saying Trunks over 5 pump. I don't know. Do we feel that?
I think yes. Individually, yes. I think the
Individually.
reason individually, yes.
Is that enough? Is that enough? Do we agree?
I think the fact that Broly made the appearance, it's enough because he's still a second option.
Does that make him drop below Trunks, who's green in a purple meta?
Purple meta, there's still Ultra Gogeta.
There's
It's
2
like in
blues.
every-
There's like
yeah.
3 blues versus like 6 purple.
5-6 purples, correct. But the warranted about like 3 to 4 out of those purples are not making the top 10. These guys are already fighting for top 10. I think the only other purple in the top 10 is Broly, right?
Oh.
Yep. So I think it is warranted.
I think Trunks.
It's an easy individual argument. We're simply thinking about teams. Teams matter more than people realize, so that's why I heavily mention the teams that they're on, featured on, because these are the teams you're going to be seeing. If he's not on the team, you know, if you're not going to see the team, you're most likely not going to see the game. It's just facts. And then, you know, Leader Slot does exist, but then again, it's a Super Saiyan meta too. Trunks, in my opinion, is very high on the list. Like, could be individual-wise, it's just not his, like,
I think he has
complete
a
meta.
spot with Revcon. I can't with movies being number 1. I can't. I think he has the spot.
I don't think he has this on. I think
No,
he's
green. Cell, Mecha.
Ultra Gogeta is still very valid, bro.
Yeah, but
That's an every match type of deal. Like Ultra Gogeta is an every match. every
who's
match I
Ultra
agree.
Gogeta with?
That's
And
what I'm saying.
Broly.
Yeah, I mean,
So
that's the thing. But the fact that he's here,
Bro, Revcon's
We already-
down
we-
above. I'm sorry.
I can't agree with
can't,
that.
man.
I can't agree with that.
Can't.
I can't agree. I can agree with this. You could put Cell back,
Yeah,
but we already gave him the benefit of the doubt.
but bro, Revcon.
I could see it. To be fair, I could see it, but at the same exact time, it's just
I just can't see Trunks above him. We're already at this point, huh?
Yes, this is what I'm saying. This is the more difficult part of the list because there's a lot of
Bro,
controversy.
You're
Like,
valuing the solo more than the team, but I'm valuing the team more than the solo.
yeah, I think the team, yeah, for sure.
Gohan easily takes
Not easily.
it. On team?
On team,
Yeah,
for sure. But individual plays a huge factor. That I have zero problemos with Gohan. If you make one bad play, yeah, Gohan's gonna do just stupid damage. But
Yeah.
I mean, you make more mistakes than not, right? Say for like if I catch Gohan, he's dead. And it could be said the same thing vice versa. But like being a year old, I think Gohan needs to have like peaked out everything to even be in this argument. Not the average player would have like peaked out everything. Only 1 or 2 or 3 people I run into have like busted out Gohans that you can even vouch for this argument. Every other Gohan in the game, which is like everyone, doesn't. Their Gohan is not built like that. And I can mention the people like Billy. I think he has like a fantastic Gohan. Prof has a fantastic Gohan. But like these are literally uncommon. This is like out of a 1 out of 10 situation. If they're not these Gohans, he's dead.
I'll agree with this. But I think Gohan and Trunks in this spot. I agree with this.
I could agree with that too. I think
put
that
them in both nine?
I don't.
You want to put them both 9, but they can swap. I think they both should be 9.
Okay, I could agree with that then. And we keep cell time. Can we do this? Is this fair, you guys? Because I could agree with that statement. I could agree that they have like similar equal value. Gohan's carried by his team.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Gohan's fine. He's aged. He does things. Like I mentioned it while you were gone. Like the type of utility he does have. He's just valued revival, supports, the heal, the after transformation, the damage that he gets from the team. Exactly, the sub count manipulation.
PO extra damage.
PO extra damage. Yeah, that is very true. I can see them.
I think they're swappable.
I think they're swappable.
Yeah.
Fine. Dude, that's how good this Trunks is because it's not a meta for him. It's not a meta for him. He's so good that we can value him up here, I think.
Me personally, though, I'm happy. Stop going. Me personally.
You said swappable.
But I would just put it in front. That's just how I have it work.
Oh.
I'm just that picky. 8, though. Who the fuck is it? Huh.
I think I could put it. I'll argue it just because the team is incredibly valuable right now, but yeah.
Who is it? Really looking at this here.
We're going to take a look at 8 here. I'm thinking...
I want to say...
Wait. Let's brainstorm here.
I mean,
There's only limited options because once it gets this like 7 or 6, we kind of have like our like thing pick.
I think someone actually goes down if I think that I thought was higher.
Who are you thinking specifically? Eric? I can. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Man,
fuck, MV. But where would he even go down from? Because I'm thinking, would he be like 8 then?
That's what I'm saying. I think he's 8. I'm looking at everybody else on this list. No one else is making.
Ooh.
That would be
I think who you're making 7.
But 8, I mean, who else?
The 7 it can't be this hot ass take because I'm looking at them and I'm like, who the fuck is he gonna put 8? There's no shot.
Who are you putting 8?
I don't know. It was more difficult than I don't know.
I mean, on you, I think it's MV.
Let's see, I wish Cell was higher, but the meta's tough for him right now. Yeah. I mean, it's not even that the meta is tough for him. He's part of the meta, but top 10 is not a bad spot for a unit of his age. You know what I mean? Like being a top 10 unit for a year. Or not for a year, but like to be revived and continue being a top 10 for months.
There's Beerus. He doesn't make it for us. I think he's like 11 or 12, though.
He's going to be next to the top 10. I don't think he's a top 10 unit, though.
He's close.
Replace Cell with Beerus? I can't do it.
Beerus is very good, though. He is very good.
We're going to go back to the honorable mentions. So these are like all arguable that if you want to place him in the 10th spot, you can argue it. But right now I feel like Beerus is one of those underrated units that could be rated higher, but he doesn't quite just make the cut yet. It's very specific situation and teams. Like it literally has one setup only. If he's not ran on that setup, it's not a good team for Beerus. If he's not ran with Whis and MUI or God Key.
Stall.
Yes.
Yeah, can't stall this.
Oh no, 100%. But we're just breaking down the Beerus.
I gotta see this. I'm curious. I'm way too curious about your 8. If I'm saying MV, I don't know what you're saying.
I have no idea. I didn't even think about it prior to this.
Damn, same. I'm saying MV. Hot taken. It can't be
I could say MV's higher still. I just can't even think who you would.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be MV because there's such a gap between 8 to 7. I think there's a big gap.
What is this? This would be. I'm just thinking of this one random unit that you're thinking of. Who's the random unit? Mention the unit. Because no, we have to talk about it because then
we will.
Can't put it.
Okay,
mention the
find out
unit.
your 8.
I can't think of an 8. Just mention your.
I guess we wait.
Just mention your unit.
Nope. Don't have a unit in mind.
Then let's put MV. That's fair. Well, and then we could, because we put this after, we could still make the change if we disagree.
Because I think
he's more useful than Cell personally. More useful?
Right. He's probably more useful, but Cell's on a better setup.
Better setup, and I think overall, individually, he's just better.
But I understand the usefulness because, dude, probably Gohan, Frieza.
Yeah, absolutely,
Cooler,
absolutely,
too much
fantastic.
Good stuff.
Not only does he have to be pretty much max stars, like
I mean, I have.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of people that don't even have the stars on him.
You know, I think I know our issues.
What?
Because we have chunks go on the same tier. I don't think we can. I think one of them has to move up one, or one of them has to move down.
Fair.
Because we're stuck on this 8-7 spot.
I don't want to put Revival going higher though.
I want to put him higher.
That's what it was. I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
We are.
Okay.
Oh. That's
I see
high.
it. Yeah.
That's high for my mans. I like him, but that's high.
Do you want to do this? I prefer it.
No.
I prefer this. I prefer
do not
this.
think that at all. I think that.
I mean, the difference is it's not that slander.
Bro,
it's not that slander.
The team slander.
The team slander. Okay, I'm just looking at him as like, oh, he's here because he's fucking carried. He's heavily carried.
I see going. So I'd say he's 8. If we're gonna put 8 or 9, I'd say he's 8.
Just because of the team, I see it.
All right. Now 7.
That's it. That's the only reason I see it.
MV for 7?
He is a second option. He's not better than Ultra Broly in any sort of. I do see the purple red setup, which is very viable with viable Gohan, Broly, and Cooler. That is a viable setup. That is completely fine. Gohan is fine. He's aged fine. I think this guy, it's just tough. He's a fantastic unit. It's just the meta. Meta. He doesn't want to be. He wants to be ran on future. He wants to be ran on future, and the team becomes that. I mean, disadvantage with the whole. I want to say the Super Saiyan thing, but Gohan's a Super Saiyan also. He's green in a purple meta. That's also like the biggest gripe right now. It's a purple meta, right? He's the one green unit on this list. I promise you, there's not one other green unit on this list. So we do this. That's fine. Well, easy one. There we go. We agreed. I'm like, I didn't know who the hell you were talking about, bro. I was like, he's about to say some crazy ass shit, and it's because we had them both the same tier. Yeah. Okay, Majin Vegeta is number 7 on the list. Okay.
MV
so
still has his potential. Still has his Super Saiyan 2. So Cooler still getting screwed over. I do think he goes down a little bit because, dude, he can screw over Cooler. That's great. That's awesome. But Broly, man.
Yeah.
Broly is too tanky. The teams MV's on are good enough to warn him,
but not enough to push him farther, right? Yeah. MV literally doesn't have it.
LF's just too big of a drawback. That's it.
Yep.
That's all. If he had
the fact that First Form dropped as well, like First Form did drop and lose value. I mean, that team lost value because of Broly. So the team that we were vouching for about a week ago isn't going to be as effective with seeing Broly every other game,
especially with Broly being a better unit than
overall
First Form,
yep.
Like just in all utility sense. So
but to give reasons why he's up here, he's the best blue Zenkai in the game. He's the best blue Zenkai in the game. He's the best Zenkai in the game.
Probably, right?
I mean, there's nobody that's Zenkai that's higher than this.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So individually, it's mainly individual. It's on Saiyans, right? He fits on numerous teams. You just slap him on later slapper. Everything that he's really meant to do is just snipe and deal ridiculous damage. AoE green card. He heals on main. He eats decently. Type damage is okay. But I think a lot of people do sleep on this unit, underrate this unit initially, and get murked by him in rank. So, yeah, Majin Vegeta is no sleeper unit. I think he's just missing a team to be even more valuable. I feel like once...
It's like Trunks. It's literally like Trunks.
It's literally like Trunks, exactly. I feel like once that... I say Vegeta Clan got an OP option or something like that, Trunks would be way higher on this list. I think he'd pass Majin Vegeta, in my opinion.
If Trunks wasn't a damn Super Saiyan, we'd be in a great spot for Trunks right now.
I think it's green mainly.
But prior to Broly,
Super Saiyan is tough too. Being
to
green
Broly,
and Super Saiyan, yeah,
because MV got screwed by Trunks.
Exactly. Yep. And then now it's nail in the coffin green, right? Even a week ago, it was tough because there was a bunch of purples, and now it's just one more purple. If you guys want us to list the purples, right? Mecha Frieza, Jiren, Cell, Revival Gohan, First Form. There's like one more that I'm not thinking of, but GV too. Facts. Yeah, there's just a stupid,
Broly, obviously, but you know.
Yeah, stupid amount of purples, and they're all good. They're all good purples.
They're at least top 20 units.
They're at least in, yeah, exactly. Being in the top 20 unit doesn't make the unit bad, by the way.
Yeah.
Does not make the unit bad. Sun Eater, what's up, bro? Moving on to...
Who is 6?
6?
Is it MUI?
I'd say MUI, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
arguable, but I'd say it's MUI.
No, I think it's MUI. I don't think it's arguable, actually.
I can say it's arguable because it's weird... We put US... It's going to be USB.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be USB. I think it's arguable just because I've seen too many times when you make one wrong play and yellows are in a very bad position. But the fact that we're going to argue USB number 5 is because he's good individually.
Let's touch on MUI.
Focus on MUI. We agree on MUI, so he's going to be placed at
number 6.
Mr. Silver Hair Boy, my favorite character in the game. I will respect my boy. Yes, sir. He has the auto dodge mechanic, free damage, the auto Dokabaki win, which free priority as well. If you know how to play with this guy, he's very frustrating because you just have priority. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get free priority if you know how to play with him. If you're in someone's face and bait those clashes, you're going to have priority. You can play aggressive with him because he does have that gauge protection. He has the auto, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not going to get hit. You're going to get hit, though.
Team-wise, you can kind of just slap him anywhere.
Slap him on any team, realistically.
Ideal, but his teams are good enough to run with them.
I mean, a lot of the top units are Saiyans. I mean, Gogeta, Ultra Gogeta, or Ultra Vegeta, Broly. It doesn't need to be, like, complete tag synergy. You just slap one of them on later slots. And there is a Pure Saiyan's equipment, so he's not even held back equipment-wise.
I haven't seen this yet, but what if Broly, Gogeta, and Fly? That's all color synergy as well.
Broly, Gogeta,
Fly.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And the color synergy supports that as well. So the about team diversity is kind of like almost endless. Like, he could fit everywhere, like pretty much.
He doesn't have any restriction. He just does what he wants to do when he can do it. And if there's a lack there of him, maybe it's his offense a little bit, but the stalling makes up for that. I think his damage is still quite good. I think his damage is really good. Still. It is. It's just a little bit less than what you'd want. Yeah, sure. But exactly. For everything else he does do, he gains the endurance last man standing. His ultimate's still one of the hardest hitting in the game. Is all I care about on this guy. That's really all I'd rate him high for. Stalling primarily.
I think the auto win clashes. Clashes win games, bro. And if you're constantly clashing,
you know how to force
the clash. That's a broken ability. Like, it's auto win. You just win for free.
On main.
You can I'm not gonna lie. You can argue him higher. I'm not gonna personally put him higher, but I'd say for his ability's sake, individually, right now I feel like bit on teams you're kind of just putting him anywhere. I see a lot of MUI Dragon Fist Tapion. I see a lot of MUI on God Key again because Beerus, Whis. I see that setup. I see MUI Fusion still. It doesn't go out. MUI Fusions is still top tier. It's still one of the best teams in the game.
Just a little spooky.
It's just with Cooler. You know, it's just tough overall. I mean, Cooler, you just can't do anything. Those are top tier units, undeniably, but Cooler is just a meta defier. He's killing these units. No problemo.
That's why he's number 1.
That's why he's number 1. Oh my goodness. But yeah, MUI is our GOAT. He's sitting at number 6. We're going to slap number 5 on the list now, and that will be none other.
The Ultra. On your right. On your right. Third row. Third row. On the right.
There we go. Sweet.
Number 5.
Number 5. He's actually moved up on our list. No?
Shockingly,
purple we got a new top tier purple, and
yellow goes up.
Yellow beats purple. These are facts, and even with yellow beating purple, Broly does things, man. He goes. We're gonna talk on Broly in a second here, but even then, I think USV is still in a because Cooler has more of an impact on the meta than Broly does. So this is why it's even hard to put USV up here for me. Like, I'd say he'd be 6th the lowest now, but dude, it's literally one card into anything.
Broly that much?
I'm gassing Cooler that much. I'm talking about Cooler into USV.
But what about USV's damage to Broly?
To Broly, I mean, for 5 seconds, he takes type neutral damage. So yeah, so USV is definitely more impacted, and I think
he had to inevitably go up because of this purple, but
Exactly.
he didn't go like
that much higher.
astronomically.
Exactly.
Like there's no.
He's still more effective than he's not.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
gained more
Value
good-
overall
goodness
because
to
there's a top 2 unit in the game that's purple.
Yeah.
But I do think that he's still pretty impacted, or fusions in general, right, are pretty impacted by being Super Saiyan. Any Super Saiyans, he just happens to be the yellow Super Saiyan. He has ways out of it, right? He can go type neutral.
2 times, 2 areas, green card and
Ultimate after a dead ally.
yeah.
His
His
ultimate
debuffs.
Debuffs. Fantastic.
He still
He's
does it.
fantastic.
Like,
He's
we know
great.
this.
It's
It's
just
just that
cooler. Exists.
meta
He's in the
units-
game.
Counter him out. That's how it works out.
I think we covered him.
I think so.
I think
Number
we're doing
4?
good.
Who is,
again,
it?
the droids. Do you agree with that?
Wait, let me think. I think I agree with this. Yeah,
I think this is the droids, yes.
Because 3 would be...
Go
Yeah. 4, yeah, droids. Yeah, that was easy. See?
It's so easy. They're just undeniable. Their value, they do everything.
I will say,
They do everything right now. Their value has, you just don't see him as, I haven't seen him as often since Broly, but it's been 2 days
there's
since
one
Broly. 2 days.
negative. I got to point this out. I feel like even with them at 14, they need to be Zenkai buff. I don't like that, but
it's just one of those things that it just fits naturally on their team anyways. Like anything that they're on, it's fine.
People will say,
I think,
every top needs to be Zenkai buffs. I don't think Core needs it. I don't think Broly needs it. I don't think Enemy needs it.
I don't think any of them need it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think Vegeta needs it.
Needing it. I don't know if that's a drawback because they have a really good Zenkai buff for Red Rose, but it
It's
definitely
just the defenses are a bit tough. I mean, they do heal.
Even their
they
ramping,
heal as
like,
well,
it's
but it's
not
just a
that
quick
great.
death if you don't have the Zenkai buff. I think.
They actually get counted out really badly by Broly because you get cover change on it. That happens, the combo's done. And I think they still retain their value. Every single situation is just ideal, but early, when they first start out, they have a negative. Their damage is not crazy. You gotta get
So you have to make the plays. You have to make the plays.
to be good with them to make them look like a top 4 unit.
It's the same thing with MUI. It feels like you have to
understand the unit
at their
better.
peak. This is their value, and I think, just the fact that they can do anything, like everything in the game, right? They steal vanish, they support,
they get manipulation,
the rise of
color
rush
change,
manipulation,
like
type neutral or not neutral, but type advantage towards whatever the opposite.
swap out.
The drops, by the way, are a bit, I don't want to say like overlooked, because you can do them, and as soon as you do them, the damage is skyrockets.
It's argumentative because it's not like a concrete argument. It's not like, oh, I just have to drop them. Well, if they predict that, right? That's
I think, but that's what it takes to use this.
Exactly.
You have to drop combo to skyrocket.
That's
your
for them
damage.
to be. You have drop combo if they're 4.
I mean, and the green card with 18 makes it very easily if you set up that situation where you lock someone in with the green and you just drop combo.
So you have to be good with the droids. Just learn how to drop combo the proper spots. That's what.
And they're still broken, by the way, you guys. We're not like trying to argue that
it's just
they're like
just lowered spot.
This is a top 10 list, so these are all like kind of busted units, 4 busted teams. It's just team wise too. It still only fits on PO now, right? Or not PO, excuse me, future PO.
I mean, yeah, it's
future. It's just
Cooler.
future with. You want to have Cooler on the team too. Cooler cell droids, red, purple.
Do they fit on like purple, red?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of variations that you can rock. And you can run them on a pure future setup, and it still works fine. It's just there's a lot of risk now with, like, say if you want to run Trunks, if you want to run either of the Trunkses, they're Super Saiyans. VB is kind of bad without Zenkai, or like without support. He's just kind of bad, but he does support a bit. Quite a bit actually.
And even more so, it's that
it's pure future. It's really just carried by the droids. Trunks is fine too, but then again, it's a Super Saiyan, so you're just hindering the team.
There's units above them. One is a tanking god. Cooler does way too much good burst damage, and then Old Gogeta just has too much, utility, I guess, with his
and they all fit on pure movies. Pure teams are just better. Pure teams are just better. The fact that they're all on literally the same ability, like you run them all together. You can make droids happen. You can make them happen, but what they really take the hit on right now is they wants to be on future to make use of those pure items, right? Pure strike. If say Cooler and Broly are on the team, you're missing out on fucking 10% of pure strike.
Because like if you run future, you're running droids, you're running Trunks. Well, guess what Trunks is doing to your Android 18? Guess who's happening? Cooler's happening. And then you run into this scenario of now I get screwed over because I have this guy on my team. but that's a top tier featured unit as well. So can't run their best setup, which is just
Yeah,
undeniably hurting
right
them.
now, yeah. But they're up here because they're individually that broken. So,
They'll retain that.
they'll be fine for at least the rest of the year. They will be okay. I think they'll make it in the top 10 for the rest of the year.
Oh.
Yes.
Woo.
I think
Gogeta will.
I don't think
know
they'll.
about them.
I don't think they'll hit, like get out of the top 10. No shot.
I think a lot.
Unless-
might drop out of it.
A lot of units, but not. I don't think the droids will.
I think they could. I don't know.
I think
if
they
will.
could. Yeah,
It's kind of like a GV thing. You never know when it will happen, but it'll happen.
but it'll just happen instantly. It's gonna be tough. Yo, Mike with the Wono, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I think every form's first appearance needs an ultra like SSB, ROF, Super Saiyan God, Go. So these are just for units to be featured in the game, right?
Oh, like the first appearance of
Yes.
these forms. I see.
Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Cell, etc. I agree with that. I could be to be an ultra immediately. I think they're kind of just doing it randomly. Yeah,
Kaioken.
yeah, they're kind of just doing it randomly. So it's hard to say like the path with what they're gonna do with the ultras, but I think they are gonna do a lot of iconic moments and then a lot of random moments in between. Like Kaioken just had one scene of getting his ass beat.
Because Jiren, man, he was on the banner.
Yeah.
Before.
You think Trunks should be higher? Is he trolling?
I think he's trolling.
We've talked about this before, but we could do this as well.
Yeah,
That's
they're
why we had them on the same tier. We're giving Revival Gohan right now the benefit of the doubt by being on movies. Pure movies is just too strong, and you could also do purple red movies. And
Are we on 3?
we are on 3. These
Alright.
are a fact.
It is not Broly.
It is not Broly.
I know people are gonna
It's
slander.
arguable. It's arguable.
I do think
It's
so.
arguable.
I agree.
I do think it's arguable, and we did state in fact that Broly does needs to be high stars to put him at the spot we're
It's
going
a
to
high
put him.
star tier list.
High star tier list. Sweet.
If it's not obvious enough, it's like MV at 7.
This is the top
ain't
ranking
7.
tier list.
MV
So,
at 7 ain't top 7. Just saying.
yeah. Wait, which unit did you just say? Yeah, look at Revival Gohan here lurking. If he isn't red star,
That's
yeah,
7 stars.
yeah, it's tough, bro. It's tough. He
Yeah,
needs to be like at least minimum red 3.
I think 11 or 12. Bro.
Yeah, it's tough.
But-
I have him a red 3. I don't want to use him.
I haven't run him since Blitz. But Ultra Gogeta, number 3.
Where
Where's
is
my
this?
man?
Where is he?
Oh, you can't find anybody, huh?
Dude, the list is.
Where is he? Wait, do you guys see him?
They can't see.
Did
They,
he
only, they can't see him.
Oh, wait, did he remove Ultra Gogeta? He ass isn't here.
No, he's got to be here.
He's
He's
not?
right. He's right.
Oh my God, we're blind.
We are blind as
Oh,
heck.
shit.
Okay, sweet.
You got the glass.
Is he trolling?
But Gogeta, I mean, again, the
Self-explanatory.
second man standing.
Yeah.
Dude, even more so, the blue card spawning. That's very good for Broly because he nukes on his blue when he's against, early game. More enemies are mating. Broly just does a lot of damage. For Cooler, lower sub count on blue card. Obviously, the neutral he can get.
I think everything. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The cover null on his green card is kind of busted. Obviously,
Right now, especially. 'Cause
Yep.
Broly.
because of Broly, exactly. Pairs alongside the other top 2 units in the game. Want to mention that always the team synergy is just ridiculous with those 3
also,
units.
Color synergy on that team is
Colored purple,
literally
blue,
it.
red. It's perfect. Top 3 can be interchanged, but Cooler exists. I think the number 2 and 3 can be interchanged, but Cooler is just the standalone number 1. He's just too oppressive to not be number 1. Thank you for that, Wono Mike. Dude, always dropping the support seriously, bro. Thank you so much. Thank W Mans, absolutely, bro.
But Gogeta, if there is a drawback that I can say that's going to bump him, again, I personally think Broly's number 2. Vergil might disagree. and
No,
say
I
they're
don't.
arguable.
I don't. Not
Well,
right
you
now, at least.
I don't
Not
think,
right now.
I think Broly's number 2. Out argument.
I
That's
think.
the thing.
I don't think.
I
If
think,
we're comparing them at equal stars, yes. Right now,
I think because of Gogeta being a blue Super Saiyan and Cooler being number 1,
I
undoubtedly,
think
Broly has to be number
with
2.
boost, Broly is number 2.
Yeah. I could think
So
of
he
rating
has
it down.
boost right now. So a
Yeah.
lot of people are like, "Oh my god, Gogeta is so like individually." I think he could be that guy.
I do.
It's just with the boost, it's clear cut. Broly's doing more teams right now. Like
I wonder.
he's tanking like a god. Like it's not even like
Is Broly
tanking
gonna
is dead,
lose
but
that
like
much tanking
it's
without
pure
boost?
defenses, bro.
Is he gonna
It's
lose
yeah.
that
I feel
much
like
at 14? I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like
man.
we're not even. I
Like,
feel like
that's not an argument to have right now. It's
Yeah.
not fair, but like I don't know how that. Regardless,
that's why it's hard to rate that now. With boost, I still think that he can't compete with overall usefulness
Yeah.
than the Broly, right? Because I think Cooler and Broly are better partners than Ultra Gogeta.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because Cooler, I mean, Broly sets up a ton of plays for Cooler to do the work, right?
Yeah,
The disrupt, the lock,
sub countdown, blue card,
locks,
come back
removes his vanish. We're talking about Broly now, but Ultra Gogeta specifically, I think he's fantastic individually. Everything that he does, his kit, the blast armor, from the cover null, from the blue card destroying your hand, from the constantly healing, and just last man standing capabilities as well. He does nullify endurance after main or ultimate after main. Yeah. And he has 2 ultimates as well. 2 ultimates. That's any unit that has 2 ultimates. It's kind of good.
Broly can't tank. Run him at 14 or 12, brother.
Run him at 10. Just run him at 10.
Yeah.
At 10,
Broly
he's
can't
fine.
tank, and this is at a high star threshold.
So yeah, the Gogeta is just going to be stationary here as long as Broly has the boost, or as long as right now no other unit has dropped. Whatever. This is, I don't think I would put him 3. I said that yesterday. I literally made the tweet after pulling the copy and doing a couple of matches. I'm like, this is 100% Cooler's best partner. Cool. I mean, Gogeta is going to be there too, right? He's there. He just happens to be there, but he's not.
It's funny though. We do say Cooler is the sack off on the team.
A lot of the times, yes, because
it makes sense because there's less yellows, right? Broly's more safe. Gogeta's more safe with his neutral. Just
that's
Cooler's
very
more
correct.
Unsafe. That's why he's a sack off. But like Cooler's still that number 1 guy.
100%.
You know.
He's just warranted being that oppressive, right? He just
His
does
early
too much
game,
damage.
his
He does too much
every game
damage.
is too good.
He just does too much damage.
But number 2, I think we can display this now.
Yes,
Ultra
it is
Broly.
our boy, the new Ultra DBZ Broly.
Put a headline here.
Yes.
He is at 14, 12, or 10.
10 stars
rating.
minimum. You need to have him 10 stars minimum
Not
to
8,
give this rating.
not 5.
He's not 8, 1 copy, 2 copies. It's not warranted enough. The difference is substantial compared to any other unit in the game, I believe. The stars matter for this unit specifically.
Broly at a 5 to 8 is below Rival Gohan on this list.
I think
saying
so.
that confident. He is below him, above that.
At what star count?
If
as
Rival
well?
Gohan, let's say he's at above
Red
10.
Okay,
I
then
think
yes. Then
Broly is worse.
easily.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What threshold we're going at, Broly is better. He is the only tanky unit in the game. It's straight up, that's how it is. He tanks Tapion, he tanks Vegito, does it well, because when they come in, he's neutral 5 counts. He's tanking them and getting his gauge, then ending the combo before they even go type advantage to him.
The amount of utility that this character has is ridiculous, right?
Also, he's run with Cooler.
He's ran with Cooler. He stops combos. He can continue combos. He can proc that double card draw speed, and he's just doing
when he gets
and cover null when he
green card. He's like Kid Buu vanishing because he just keeps going.
And the green card is a
Dragon Ball
quick
Destruction.
animation. The green card is a quick animation.
And blue card.
And blue card.
And he has things that ultimate.
And he can deal solid damage right on proper setups. I think his blue card and his ultimate do quite a bit of damage actually.
Bro,
like
his blue
without
card, he has ultimate through the spawn.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like
so
oh man.
Mike, ping Raizu in the chat, Brody, in the guild chat, and he'll set you up.
Yeah, Broly. I can't.
I think Broly's just easy.
I can't really
easy
see a
decision.
negative
Like
to him right now, man.
I don't even see the argument anymore. Like for to have him under.
I don't see a negative.
It's just the perfect pair for Cooler. He's your tank disruptor, and as soon as your opponent can't play or do anything, you swap into Cooler, and someone's probably dead.
He's removing your vanishes, destroying a Dragon Ball, at least one, which is going to stop at least one combo of a rush going on. And then from there, he's not getting stopped. Look at Tapion doesn't even make the list. Unfortunately, Tapion doesn't even make the list.
It's unfortunate.
And
Yeah.
Vegito,
Yellows are just in a bad
Vegito's
spot.
Super
I think
Saiyan
it's yellow. Yellows are in a really bad spot right now. Broly should be number 9 because mid animations. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just one of those things where we've tested out this unit enough to warrant this take. So if you don't agree, it's fine. It's hard to tell without using the unit itself. Even with watching, like seeing gameplay, it's hard to actually feel the unit. Like I am having him in ranked PvP, and you can just feel you're not scared of anything that happens. He just eats everything.
I will tell you this. I thought this day 1 because I had 14 star on day 1. When I dropped Broly, I wasn't thinking, oh my god, Super Saiyans are going to screw me over because Cooler's going to be in the match because I have Broly and Gogeta's going to get screwed. No, because I'm thinking Broly can just eat the fuck out of these hits. Cooler can do great damage.
Not to mention
Broly
he
can
just
eat.
filling up the gauge, and he's just going to disrupt, and then you're going to be able to make the play afterwards.
You could probably text them that next combo if they don't realize what's going on.
Depending on what he's doing, he offers not only all the abilities when you fill up his gauge. His green card locks you in. So if you make a certain play where he's locked in and he has no vanish, it's a dead unit.
Because then you swap into Cooler, then he's just 3-carding characters. And it's like, oh, what do you do here?
Raj, I'm gonna drop it in the chat right now. Mike.
Just too good, man. Broly is too good on his defensive prowess. And he actually has it. Shocking.
Yes. So moving on to our number one, most obvious unit in the game. Most obvious. Wait. Obvious unit in the game. Yes, sir.
Spitting. That's a thumb.
The best character to exist in Dragon Ball Legends. Do you agree with this take?
Of course.
Of course.
How is it? What? Better than Broly. But actual.
Yes.
Cooler.
Yes.
Frieza, no brother.
Frieza, no brother.
Yeah.
He, by the way, this is the Blast Armor team. We're just running the Blast Armor team. I want to keep mentioning Blast Armor because it is extremely important.
Doesn't Cooler nullify it also? Not his ult?
Nullifies what?
Nullify armor? Like he has
yes.
and armor?
Yes.
So he doesn't take blast damage, actually.
Yes. Isn't that only in his ult, or does he do
It's only on ult.
It's only on ult. He only does that in his ult.
But it's still no damage.
Warranted enough, yes.
Cooler also supports, by the way. 15%.
Supports 15% to strike for the rest of his team.
No, those don't.
Is it? No, I think it's strike. I think it's strike.
Well, let's just assume.
I think it's strike.
Point. But Cooler, I mean, the sub count up is clearly the most oppressive thing in the game right now.
Yep.
That's like consistent. Vegeta, obviously locking, oppressive, consistent, but
I think his biggest thing is the lock-in, right?
Yeah,
like the strike into lock-in. It reminds me of SSB Vegeta, but just very frequently.
You see him like Tapions just get fucking
obliterated. This in USB, so that's why this guy's
USB can live it. He can live one combo from it if it's 14 star.
If it's a high star, yeah, exactly. If it's a high star, that's why like he's even warranted here. But like in a lot of instances, he can have 14.
Oh yeah,
it happens.
Like
from like a low star Cooler.
Yeah.
This is a high star list. Cooler doesn't have to be past red stars, I believe, to be number one in the game.
Bro,
I think it's 6, 7 stars. He's hooking.
And also, someone's saying superheroes probably not coming. For Lens Fest, yeah, look at movies, all top 3 characters. I don't think so either. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, you never know, though, the devs.
Like, if they do this goofy, I don't know what's going on.
The devs, it sounds about devs, though, no? That's what I thought, too. I'm like, there's no way they do it, but they will probably do it.
I see Broly being Stargated. I think that means they want a balanced thing.
Yes.
Like, Stargating it. Because imagine
I think this is the most balanced thing that they've done in a very long time.
Yeah.
Like,
people don't like it, but it's
healthy for the game. It's healthy.
Just imagine Broly was 5 stars and top 3. You wouldn't want that. I promise you. Him being 14, top 2, 10 stars, whatever. That's more balanced for the game. Might not like it, but it's more balanced.
But
honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions, but yeah, this is the reason why Cooler is number 1. Fits in the best team. Yeah, individually, he's the most oppressive unit in the game. And yeah, he shuts down the ultras. He's just dumb. He's ridiculous. And funny enough, I didn't record any of this.
We cut it from the stream.
We have to save the stream somehow, but we didn't record. There's no clip last time.
Recording the stream.
I'm not recording the stream.
You're cutting it from the stream.
We have to download the stream. Yeah, we have to download it.
No, that's fine. Okay.
I would have to figure that. I've never downloaded anything. I think the quality will be less. Yeah. I just realized that right now, though, that we're not recording.
Good.
Yes.
Nonetheless, let's just touch on honorable mentions since we're here. Fuck it.
We're gonna give like the next 4 units that we'd probably place in order. Okay. I could agree with that. Easy. Okay.
From there,
Beerus is just gained. Let's talk on him real quick. We were mentioning him a lot earlier, and he is warranted. We've seen people mention that he's top 10.
Rival Gohan, Cooler, Roids, MUI, a lot of units.
Reds.
He's just nuking.
A lot of
early game.
A lot of reds still.
It's very fragile though. That's the problem.
Yeah, and diversity, right? With teams, he's only on 1 team.
Yeah.
He's literally on 1 setup, a very specific setup. You don't have Whis. Whis is a pretty valuable unit too. If you don't summon on all-star banners, like a lot of people don't even have access to Whis, right?
I can see not running up with the Whis. It just makes
I feel like
worse off.
I think you need Whis for it to be warranted this. I think he's like 13, 14 maybe without Whis.
Right.
Whis makes this setup work, I think.
I think
because
it
it's the green
lot.
To lock in, and then like to have those certain plays where you're drawing the blue cards.
Conservative with greens at that point, which helps him. It helps him a lot. Sure.
Doesn't he have he has the unique as well that is supported for both of them now? Like if they're ran together, they're getting something.
I assume so at this point.
Yes, I think so. I think that's the whole thing.
But who's after? This is tough.
So yeah, Beerus is very under. Like, he's jumped up, skyrocketed probably in value because he wasn't even like top 25. I don't
I think
think.
he was like top of S. For us.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, but
I think
this
that
is
would be a
only
more
this
respect.
was last week though. Like I'm thinking even before last week, before Cooler came out, this guy was low.
Yeah.
He was very low. So
Everyone
he jumped
did.
up
Yeah.
last
No
tier
one
list,
valued him.
and he jumped up even higher this team. So this
He
guy's
valued.
very, very valuable right now.
Going.
Um,
Can I say G?
he could, but he's lacking teams. I don't see enough. You could say Revs.
Ooh, tough.
Let me think about it.
I don't think it's T-Bone Dragon Fist. They know that.
Neither do I.
I think it's Jiren,
I think
Mecha, or Revza.
I feel like you could argue Tapion at this point,
Can't
but
argue with 12. He'd be lower than 12, I think.
yeah.
It's Bardock also is a good contender, but man, his
You said
situation's
Bardock?
not it. I think he'd
Bardock's missing the
be
team
bottom
too.
of top 15, but that's like peak.
For who? Bardock?
Bottom of top 15. Like he is 15, but I don't even think he makes that.
Is Bardock?
I mean, yeah, I don't think. He's
I don't
next.
know. I don't know.
I
No,
still
I
think
don't
it's-
think he's. I don't think he's up here.
I think it's Jiren.
I don't think he's up here at all. Actually.
I can't think of anybody else.
Revza. I think Revza is still pretty arguable.
Revza.
Yeah, I'd put Revza. I'd easily put Revza now that I'm thinking about it. LOE has gained a ton of value. Cooler, yeah. Cooler. I'm seeing so many LOE teams with Cooler, Force Form, and Revza. So I'd put probably First Form next, or after
Nah,
next.
Jiren's got to be next. Jiren, man.
He's just not
He
warranted
can-
team wise. I don't think he's there. I think individually, sure. He's missing heavily
How
the
about
team.
Alexa?
He's
and
missing heavily the team.
How about Alexa and Jiren swap? I can agree with that.
Where's Alexa? Right
I think they're
here.
swappable.
Who's
I would say I would agree Alexa because
Yeah.
the MV team. Not
I
even
just see
LOE,
this a
just the
lot
MV
more.
team.
I see this team more. The Revza or Revza First Form and Cooler. That's still like a very
I'm
solid
only
team.
saying it because the
I think
MV
Cooler. I mean,
That's
Broly kind of messes up the green card situation, but besides that, he still spawns blues. The overall support's very nice as well.
Last one, who would it be? 15. I think Bardock's arguable here, man.
I would have put. Isn't this what 11, 12, 13, 14, 14? Yeah.
Stella Jiren, nah.
Jiren's very good individually now with this plat. I think he's gained a ton of value.
All right, I'll say it's Bardock or it's T.
I'd say it's easily taken.
Oh, bro, what about Mecha? What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing right now. I don't even know.
I think all three can be swapped. Mecha, Alexa.
This is why this is the most difficult. It's harder to rate these units because they're already less common than the top, but they're still like good options, fantastic options. I think Jiren's still a problem. Like he's a great unit, but I don't know if I would warrant him here.
So Mecha over Jiren?
I'd put
I can agree
easily.
with that.
I'd put Mecha over Jiren,
agree with that.
honestly.
Yeah.
Mecha over Jiren.
I think Jiren's still 15, top 15. I can't see him out of it.
What's his team?
Revival Frieza Droids. Is that not a team? And
It is
Revival
the
Frieza's
team.
pretty
It's one
valuable.
team. Yeah. Mm.
I just think
What
he
is it?
tanks too well. He just does his. He's not Broly tanking, but he's tanking
Yeah, he's
hits, man.
okay. Mm.
Like Jiren is.
I'm just thinking about who else would I put in Jiren's position.
I can't.
I mean, we just mentioned Tapion. That's like the
Tapion
one
can
thing. I feel
argue-
like it's the team carry situation with Rev Gohan, right? It's just being yellow in this meta is tough. The support, there's a lot of Tapion and Jiren. Yes, I honestly would. I think I would do that, and I'd respect it.
I hate Tapion, but fine. Fine.
I see his. Where is he? Okay, sweet. All right,
Make it
this is
fun.
it right here. then.
Top 16, I guess.
Top 16, and I'm sorry for anyone that's watching this. There we go. We have it low. This is the actual list. So this is the list right here. Tapion is heavily carried by his team. If he doesn't die in 2 cards, he makes everyone else nuke himself. Cooler, Broly's doing a lot more damage. Ultra Gogeta, whoever you're running Tapion with, if you want to slap him on leader, I see a lot of MEY Dragon Fist teams. I see a lot of teams where people just take these buffs and do crazy things. So if he doesn't die immediately, he can be of value. And the reason why Dragon Fist is not up here is because there's just more purples. There's too many purples. Look at all the purples right here. Stupid purples. Broly just got, in the game.
Dragon Fist.
Paper
Look at
Fist.
that, man.
I think
Man.
I think Paper Fist is just back here.
Super
He's
Saiyan
somewhere
Blue-
in top 20.
Bro, Super Saiyan Blue.
I think he's somewhere in top 20, but I don't think he's past these units.
These units hurt, bro.
What about Super Saiyan 3? That's the unit we were just touching on. It's a purple and red dominated meta. Very hard for Dragon Fist to survive many situations, even against Cooler. Say, like, he's not, he's not Super Saiyan or anything, but just the lock dead. Like, yeah, he's paper.
My man's here, bro. My man.
He's ass.
Whoa!
He's so ass.
Ass.
You got to think about it again. Remember, I made you realize last time. You got to think about it.
not that ass.
He's ass now, bro. He's so ass that I'd put Dragon Fist over him.
No.
Yes, he's that ass, bro. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
wait.
He's
Probably.
movies, right? Let's just talk team. I think individually he's up there too. Vegeta's kind of that like one and done type beat, right? He has that lock in whatever.
Sucks.
Yeah, I mean it's a Zenkai to be fair. He had his little time to shine.
VB.
And any kid, I thank you so much for the Wono, bro. By the way,
That's the real heartbreak here. VB.
VB's down bad as well. I think he's around somewhere here too. I think
He's top 20.
do they still make top 20? Yeah, VB,
VB,
Vegeta, Dragon Fist.
I think Bardock argues it.
If we're talking about like a top 20 type thing, this is what 16.
Yeah.
So I think Dragon Fist could still be argued 20. I think VB could still be argued 20. I think Vegeta could still be argued 20, but he's just, bro, nobody is scared of this Vegeta anymore.
I agree.
He is dog shit.
Relax, man.
Bro,
Top
there's
20
two
is
of
good.
the-
Top 20 is good units.
I know, bro, but he doesn't do what he did like 1 or 2 ago. He's getting cooked, bro. He's getting cooked by units that don't do damage, bro. Like he's getting cooked. He's getting cooked.
Stop.
You know it's the truth.
I know
You know it's
true.
the truth.
I just
You
feel
know it's
so
the
bad
truth.
about it. Oh,
You
man.
know it's the truth, bro. Vegeta's down bad. I'm sorry, this guy's. I don't know if I would put him in. Like, we're not gonna do the rest of the 20 because this is a top 10 list and we're up to 16. But I'm just saying I might not even include this guy in my 20. The only team I see him working on is God Key. That's it. I don't see him working on Future. I know Goat uses him on
He doesn't
Future.
work in Future.
God Key is his only team, and God Key only works. However, God Key, you run through God Key, bro. You run through God Key. You want to use MUI, Beerus, Whis is God Key. If you want to swap in like Kaioken as a yellow option for purples is very popular right now. Purple's very, very popular. Obviously, you're not going to bring Kaioken if there's many reds. Whatever. Green is a dead color. Too many purples.
Trunks.
Too many colors.
Fine,
Trunks
Trunks,
goes neutral. He goes neutral. He's okay. He can make a great play. Banish Restore is very valuable in my opinion. I think his team also carries him. Vegeta, God Key is not enough. It's not enough for him.
Shambles.
Shambles.
Please,
Divine,
Shambles.
can you do Red Zamasu? He's very low. Red Zamasu
Gikku.
is aged and he's treated like G4 right now. So don't think he's a bad unit. Think he's just old. Think he's just
No,
old.
slander.
Divine, thank you so much for the dono, Divine, and Mike as well with the 5 super. Don't see enough W's in the chat for the support, man. You guys are literally insane. In both opinions, who has the best move set, like animations wise, as a whole? I mean, that doesn't count.
Animation wise, EV.
GV easily.
Yeah.
GV easily.
I
He's
think
like the
Bardock's
best
up
in the
there in
game.
his LF animation. But
I think it's either GV or Vegeta Blue.
I think Bardock or
GV easily, yeah. I think GV has the best in the game.
I mean, MVs are pretty cool.
Broly is higher than USG. He's just the better partner for Cooler. Individually, he's, Cooler's the
tanking
damage dealer.
yellows.
He's the big disrupt tank.
Simple.
In a meta, in a game where the tanking and defense doesn't exist, Broly does it.
Against
Let's just say
yellows.
that. Tanking is dead and Broly does it.
Yes.
So, if he's the only unit in the game that can tank, he's good. You know what I'm
With
saying?
the number 1 unit on
In-
his side.
The number
Color covering it.
the number 1 and number 3. They're literally
Yeah.
the top 3. So, still waiting for Uppercut Goku. They're hiding him for last. He doesn't make the cut. He's not even on this list, to be fair. But he's a good option. He's a good option. But yeah, this is the list, you guys. If you guys are watching this in a video, man, drop a like, hit subscribe. And yeah, that is it.
See you guys in
That's
the
it.
next one.